Jardine. That's right, it's the gardener. We're going to give you a May update of what's going on around here at La Casa de Blonde. Right now I'm just pulling some grass. We got some corn growing right here. We tried to mimic the Three Sisters, so we have some melon growing, which should shade it. We also have some comfrey to feed the nitrogen into the soil. So I'll show you the pictures of the comfrey, the corn growing, and also our melon. And the chickens love this grass and its seeds. Very beautiful. It's an indigenous grass. They also make a tea out of it. It's very medicinal. So yeah, Mother's Day came, and that's our last day of frost here in Colorado. And we got some red corn growing right here. And we want to make some of that Casa de Blonde Comida al Fuego. And we're going to use some of that red corn to make some of our tortillas. So here is the melon. And this melon came from the compost bin. And as you can see, the milkweed is growing all the way down the line. And we're hoping to expand that for our monarch butterflies, which is having a hard time these past couple of years. So we want to grow that into a better environment for them. And right here, as you can see, look at these. These are starting to bud. These are going to be blackberries. And then we have beautiful, so many. So look right here, here's the comfrey, and this comfrey is starting to spread all over the yard. And what that comfrey does is it feeds our soil nutrients, nitrogen. Our rose bush is doing very well, and Mama always gets her little red roses. And as you can see, it's also starting to bud. We treat Mother's Day every day around here. So once something starts flowering, Mother's going to get some flowers just as soon as they pop. And this right here is a pear tree. And then we got our dahlias. And we try to make a living border. So with that being said, we got our dahlias right here. We got our lilies. Let me be careful real quick. We have strawberry, more dahlias. This is an olive tree that does not fruit, but that's what they call it here in Colorado. And it's right, it came, I don't know where it came from. Some of these plants just started growing all by themselves, and they're natural to this area. So I'm thinking birds. We have a marigold starting right here. And right behind me is a strawberry patch, and I'll show you that as soon as I can get us some distance. Here's some more lilies. And this lily plant, I've showed you in the past, guys. This lily plant right here was given to me at the baby shower for little Zach. And this plant is older than him. And that little guy's like 3 years old by now. So this is another plant. You see these in the mountains, and you know, they just start growing. It's amazing, and it's spreading. It's so prolific. And right here is an ornamental grass. And that's starting to spread as well. And as you guys know, this is another indigenous plant. It's Ochaina. And it's good for your lungs. It's good for your stamina. It's good for your digestion. And we use it around here. So as you can see, the milkweed is also growing. We have honeysuckle. And I love building a living border. And the dogs, you know, people are always talking about, oh, the dogs are peeing, the dogs are peeing. Well, yeah, they're peeing on the mint. And the mint doesn't even phase. And some dogs don't like that smell, so they won't pee there. They're looking for that stinky smell, and that's where they want to be peeing. So that's the living wall right there. And right here's the strawberry patch. So let's go look at that real quick. So we like to plant the strawberries under the trees to protect the tree. Also keeps that moisture in there, and we get fruit. So when we water the tree, we're not just wasting that water. And as you can see, strawberries, who doesn't like some strawberries in the morning? You know, look at this. And we get strawberries all summer. Wow. And the flavor is undeniable. I mean, where do you get flavor like that? Today, they add all these chemicals to boost the plant. That doesn't boost the flavor. So look at these. These are all natural strawberry plants. Oh, this barrier right here. So we do it in layers. We got the strawberry layer, then we got the blackberries, and then we have our mother tree. And the mother tree supports if anything needs any nutrients, so they all work together as a team. Now, we're making another wall above another wall. So this is a grapevine, and we want it to go all the way across to the other one. And I'll show you the other one here in a minute. That's 1 year old. So like I say, you know, these grasses feed the chickens. They're native, they're indigenous to this land. It's been feeding the animals for years. And with that living wall, we have our dahlias, our lilies, our ochayina, and this is a crab apple from the San Luis Valley. And these have been growing from the Spaniards that had brought them over. So our living wall, this is all mint. Smells beautiful. Dogs don't like it. And then we have our sage. We love growing our sage, and it's been taking its time, but it's getting very big and beautiful. So once again, we like our areas to have borders. So as you can see, we have another living border right here. We keep the dogs away from our strawberries, which is under our mother tree that we're growing for the future. And herbs are great for your borders because herbs have strong smells and they keep it all away. When you allow the grass seed to grow like this, then it just spreads the grass. It makes it even thicker, and that's kind of what you guys want. When we cut the grasses every week or every 2 weeks, we stop that seeding process. So if you make a living border, you grow that grass seed, you're gonna spread it. And as you can see, their grass is doing nice, and that's my neighbors. And it only makes my environment better by sharing with my neighbors and being a kind and compassionate person to everybody around me. A beautiful environment. So once again, the strawberries, the lilies, the herbs, we have hops or indigenous grass. We have sunflowers growing over there. We got sage. Now look at this. Next to that grass barrier, we got strawberries. So instead of spending that money, that water on grass, which is very greedy, and I don't get to eat that grass, I get to eat the strawberries that are coming. And they're flowering. So it's strawberry season. Now we got an apple tree here. We have an apple tree. We're starting our strawberries underneath right there. Just look at this little guy. How beautiful. Future apples right here. Stop wasting time, guys. start throwing fruit trees in. This guy came from another mother tree, and I transplanted it right here along with this guy. So these trees spread more fruit. Strawberries spread more fruit, free. Instead of paying for grass that you can't eat. Now look at this comfrey. As I said, it spreads. All them flowers are gonna bring bumblebees like you will not imagine. You go through the YouTube shorts, guys. It's out there. Them bumblebees enjoy this plant. And don't worry, we're gonna make some more videos this year. Those YouTube shorts, we're trying to knock them out. We're trying to get better at them. Try to focus on one thing at a time, not getting overwhelmed. So, yes, bumblebees, baby. Yeah. So, let's continue on. More strawberries. Under this one is a peach tree, future peaches. We just keep on spreading the dahlias. And like I said, I don't know where things come from, but this was spreading into my neighbor's yard from my yard. It was in between ours. He doesn't want it, so I transplanted it. Look at that. Beautiful. And those sunflowers will drop seeds, and they'll be growing like crazy. So yeah, hops, strawberries. And hops just taste like a licorice. This is very tasteful to me. It's like a black licorice. A lot of people don't like that, but the healthy benefits is unbelievable. And I'll just chew on it. Free food. Free sweets. This is our compost tea bin, and it's filled with bones at the bottom. I did a video on it, YouTube shorts. Bones on the very bottom. Then we got some sand. Then we also have some lava rocks in there. We put some straw, some cocoa coir in there, some manure, fresh from the cow. And then all this stuff just, we just keep throwing stuff in here. Stuff just keeps growing, and then we'll transplant it if it's something that we think is worthy. Now right here, we haven't really been cleaning up so much. All this comes from last year. We're trying to get our tower of power going. Comfrey spreading, strawberry spreading. Let's take a look at that comfrey tea. Isn't that beautiful? Nutrients free. Comfrey spreading, marigolds, strawberries. This is the mother peach tree, and as I said, it just keeps spreading, so we'll just throw some somewhere else in the yard. We just keep on growing our oasis. Now, when we take out that grass, we spread that also as well, because we will let the chickens run free as soon as everything gets big enough, and we allow them to run the areas for a while and allow them to get their bugs and grubs. It's one of the most healthiest things for them to be as free as possible. If you guys know, I'm a big fisherman, and I got those clam shells and crushed them up. They're right there on the side of the river. Now we feed the chickens, and what we like to do is to soak their food overnight. It's like overnight stills, still oats, same concept. You want them nutrients to come out. You want the chickens to have a nice full meal. So the chickens have water all the time. We give them their food, we let them out. Mary Ann is 12 years old. We lost our little nugget yesterday. This is Nuggy. We get him in pairs, as you can see. So he's a loner. We'll probably get some more. We'll get another chicken here in a little bit. We'll figure it out. We throw all of our grass clippings, all of the manure from the chickens over here. We got some human food waste. We also feed them lettuce. As you guys seen those YouTube shorts, I grow lettuce all year round. So there you go, there's the chicken area. So here's the tower of power that we've been working on right here. We'll start stacking them all the way up once we got stuff growing in them. We got mancha, which the chickens love. They eat that all year round. We grow it for them. We have a tomato that's getting started. We have marigolds that we're transplanting. Now here's the potato pile. If you guys go through those YouTube shorts, you guys will see how I constructed this with layers of hay and biocompost. And look at those potatoes, man. They're really getting off to a good start. So I bought the potatoes in the middle from Lowe's for $5, and I'm amazed. And now the ones on the side right here, those ones were leftover potatoes, and we'll see how those ones do. Now right here in our mound, we got them barely planted, so we'll see what that comes out to. We got our cabbage. Look at our row of strawberries. Now, like I said, strawberries are so invasive. They're knocking it out the box. I mean, we're gonna eat so many strawberries, it's unbelievable, and we're spreading them everywhere. Look at that flower. That's a future strawberry. Swiss chard right there. Cosmo. Now this is nonsense gardening. And what I do is I just throw seeds out there. And instead of pulling weeds, I'm just thinning it out all the time. And we're feeding the chickens, we're feeding the system, we're feeding the compost. So that's how that all works. Now look at my lettuce. I'm telling you, I just come out here and eat lettuce. I feed the chickens. I mean, it's just grazing all day long. And you don't get a taste like that. Lettuce from the store. Now look at this guy. Let's get in there. Look at this lettuce. And you know, we planted this in what, February, March. I mean, the chickens love lettuce. Oh, almost fell there. So as I said, I've been growing that since February or March, and we just keep on growing. We keep on rotating our crops. And now look at these little guys. Spinach. And like I said, you know, now that I'm cleaning it out, I'll make a row, throw some in there, and then I'll just keep thinning it out. Look at that bad girl. I'm telling you, I just eat all day. I'll just clean that off with my shirt and I'll eat it. Now when I'm eating this food, it has a little bit of dirt on there. That microorganism feeds my stomach. And I got radishes all in there. Strawberries, radishes, lettuce, spinach, carrots, celery. I've been eating it all. Now right here is my compost bin, and we did bury the chicken in here. Like I say, there's mint, there's all kinds of stuff. No animals have got into it, so I'm happy. Volunteer. This is a volunteer pumpkin that showed up this year, and it's the same one from last year. So I'm grateful. And this is where we did our corn last year, and we are going to plant some more corn over here. People are like, oh, it's late in the season. Oh, I feel so behind. No, take your time. It's your battle. It's your race. Every area is different. We're zone 5. It's going to be 80 degrees today. It's the middle of May. And the strawberries are barely starting. So I'm comfortable with that. Now here's our grapevine, and it goes all the way around, and that was an arch. And we're going to build upwards next. You guys will have to wait and see. And things are just growing. And we got some extra grapes that grew right here on the bottom. So we can take those out. And we got new grape plants. We're going to be transplanting those here pretty soon. More strawberries in here. So I'm hoping to get this to go all the way around. We do got a pear and a peach. So there's 2 trees in here as well. But plenty going on. Look at that compost bin. Ain't you guys proud? Because I am. Free soil. I use the word free a lot. And, you know, it's just your labor. And this might be from that other tree, and I guess the squirrels or the birds eat the seed, and then it grew over there, and then I transplanted it. Pear tree. Dahlias. We like to grow things underneath the trees to protect it. Now, comfrey feeds the soil, so we want to always be adding to the system, adding nutrients to our soil and our microorganisms. You know, I'm always sampling, I'm always testing things, and this is just a tester. We got some cilantro and some lettuce growing in here. And we just pull a little bit of cilantro out and make some salsa, you know? Why not? Now, we used to have outdoor cats, and then they started trapping them. There's leash laws for cats, which I don't think cats should be on leashes. Very mental abuse, physical abuse. Sure, you can put a leash on anything, even your children. I get it, but the cats are indoor now, and I planted all this for the cats, so I have to take it inside, and they don't like it as much, but it is what it is. Now we're going to start working on this area. You know, this is one of my beautifulest areas, and when we had a raised bed here, I took the sides out. Now it's just a raised area. Now we're going to do cucumbers because they did great in the past years. And this is what we did with our raised bed. We put it over here. We got our free water. And what we're going to put here is peppers because this gets the most sunlight. So we're hoping that this is going to be a new pepper area, but we're always testing. So we took those grass out and we planted strawberries on the north end of the property. And here's our grass. So now we're spreading the grass in this area. We never use pesticides or anything because we feed it to the chickens. And we lay on it. You know, we eat our food around here, so we do not want pesticides. So this is all cilantro. When we're not growing something, Mother Nature likes to put something there. So this is our ground cover, cilantro. I mean, well, why not? And it's great. I just walk by and graze. I eat all day. Well, there you guys go. That's Coloradan growing gardening. And this is the gardener. And every environment is different. But this is to show you, we don't have to be in a rush. Take your time, it's your own race. Grow what you want, how you want, experiment, learn, make mistakes. That's one of the best things in the world, is making your mistakes and learning from them. So it's the beginning of the growing season here in Colorado. And if you want to know how Coloradan grows, you guys like, subscribe, and share. Look out for that future content at Comida El Fuego. I'm cooking. This weekend we're going camping. Future content. Man, I got the youngsters out there. They support me in my hard work. So they do all the lifting. They do all the driving. They do all the traveling. I just show them my skills of what I know how to do. It's to cook in the outdoors, to live life to the fullest, and to be blessed. So aho! And you're growing with garden nonsense. Fuego!